Hello, everyone. In this series, I'm sharing powerful daily habits that will help you stand out, walk in wisdom and dominion, and become the woman God has called you to be. And in today's episode, I'll be talking about integrity. Live with integrity. Integrity reflects a heart that is aligned with truth and righteousness, not just outward appearance. Proverbs 11:3 says, "The integrity of the righteous guides them." The true test of character is considered to be what a person is doing when no one is watching. An exceptional woman is a woman of integrity. She is authentic and has nothing to hide. Now let's define integrity. Integrity is the quality of being honest, morally upright, and consistent in your values, both in public and in private. It means you do what is right when no one is watching. Your actions align with your words. No deceit, no deception. You don't compromise your principles for convenience, pressure, or gain. I'll tell you a story from the Bible about a couple by the name Ananias and Sapphira. During the early church, all the believers came together, having been filled with the Holy Spirit. They were worshiping God in one accord. And then the wealthy ones among them, the rich, decided to support the church in their own way. They were not forced to do it. They were just led to do it. They sold their properties, some of them lands, houses, and all that, and brought the proceeds to the apostles. They brought it to the apostles' feet, according to Acts chapter 4 towards the end, and Acts chapter 5 from the beginning. They brought it to the apostles' feet. So a lot of people sold their properties like that. So when you got to the turn of Ananias and Sapphira, they also sold theirs. But somehow they decided to keep part of the proceeds to themselves. So they brought part of it to the apostles. And they brought it to the apostles' feet. And as they did that, the Holy Spirit revealed to the apostle, that's Apostle Peter, that they were not being truthful. And he asked them, "Is this the full amount?" They said, "Yes, that's the full amount." And he looked at them and said, how will you both agree together to lie to God in this manner?" Because they thought they were dealing with a man, not knowing that they were dealing with God. And as soon as he had finished scolding them, that how could you deceive God? The money was yours to keep, to release or not to release in the first place. Now, how did you do this? By keeping half of it away, part of it away, and just releasing half, and then lying that was the full amount. Now, as soon as he had finished scolding them, fear gripped them, and they fell. And Bible says they breathed their last, I wouldn't know the reason why that happened, but what I discovered there is that God was not happy with the fact that they lied, because everyone that did that, they did it with openness of heart, with all truthfulness, and they gave it to the apostles so they could support the poor and the needy among them. That was the purpose of bringing the money in the first place, so they could use the money to support the poor and the needy. So they decided to do that. So the Bible said that no, that happens to them. Just be honest. Be honest. Don't say one thing and do another. It makes you lose your respect. You don't pretend to be someone you are not just to be accepted by others. You see some people, they have their own values, they have the way they want to live their lives. And just because they just want to be accepted by other people, they decided to forget about their own values and just try to fit in, just to want to belong. You don't have to be a baddie just to be accepted by other baddies. No, that lady is a baddie and I want to be a friend of us. You don't have to be who she is just to be accepted by her or them. Now, you don't live, just live from your true identity, not from pressure or approval. If everyone is doing something you don't believe in, you don't join just to feel included. If what is they are doing is not aligning with your own values, you don't have to pretend. You just don't have to, join just to feel included. You express your true thoughts respectfully instead of saying what people want to hear. If you have a contrary opinion to what is happening, you express it respectfully. You don't have to ignore what you think is right, that you know, and then say what they want to hear just because you want to please men. You want to please other people. You don't do that. So in simple terms, integrity is wholeness. There's no doubt. There's no double life, no pretending, no hidden contradiction between who you say you are and how you live. To be a person of integrity, number one, keep your word even when it's difficult. Refuse to cheat even if it benefits you. A lot of people, they cheat just because of their own selfish gain and interest. You don't do that. Treat people fairly, regardless of who they are. Respect people. Do to others exactly what you want them do to you. Treat people fairly. And finally, no matter what you do, as long as it's done with a clear conscience, you are protected. You have nothing to hide, as I said earlier on. You are covered. Which brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you for staying with us and thank you for watching. If you are ready to become the woman God has called you to be, stay with me. And don't forget to follow for more. Remain blessed till I come your way next time. Love you.